here. Up, maybe? You know what? Maybe it'd be cool if it's deployed downwards. We could make that smaller if we like. But I'm actually okay with it being this size. Let's see, that's all the signs we have. I'm not expecting to need any ladders. We're just going to be landing like this straight away. Don't think we need any lights. Let's check our life support. We have charge for 50 minutes. That should be enough. And plenty of food, oxygen, etc. That comes standard in the pod for one. See, we went through all that. We went through all the science. I doubt we'll need any communication, but it's better to have it and not need it. So we can always activate it if we need to. I wonder, by the way, what skills we can... Wow, okay. That is some crazy scaling. Oh, no. Come back. I want you to... Normal scale. There we go. And let's track this baby. You know, I'm always a little bit, let's see, mirrored symmetry. I'm always a little bit hesitant about what to do with solar panels. Sometimes I think, let's put them on opposite sides so it always catches a bit of sun. Sometimes I think, you know what, let's put them here so that when the sun hits them, it hits 2 panels and charges better. We don't need 2 though. Look at the power. We use so little power, we can make do with just the one. There we go. Maybe it'll be worthwhile just adding a battery ring. No, you know, we don't need a battery ring. Here's the thing. We're going to be taking a little orbital trip. We're going to be getting some science. We're not going to transmit it. We're going to take it back to Kerbin. So we don't need that much battery power. Re-entry is okay with this pod. We've already decided not to have any lander stuff. Payload. Now that's something we need. We're going to use a decoupler. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. I was thinking we can close this up nicely, but we still need to protect this. So we are going to get... There we go. Nice fairing. There we go. Closes everything quite nicely. Excellent. By the way, in the meantime, try and think of a name for our project. It is now the Unplanned Fireball Project 2. Orbital Science, but what name do we give this actual craft? Let's see. As soon as that opens, I want this to fly away. Let's see. Maybe a medium intermediary stage? Oh, let's... Oh, actually, now that we're here... you know what, we're fine leaving our thruster weight the way it is right now. Let's get an intermediary stage. That's going to be needing a swivel. And we'll get another decoupler. Get our last stage on. Gonna need a reliant. So that does not give us enough delta V to get into good orbit. Gonna need about 4,000 for that. By the way, I'm suddenly seeing that this is now happening. Give me a second. go. This, hold on, what direction am I doing this in? This. This is gonna stay, I'm sorry. That's just the upper window that I can't block off. Yeah, it has been rainy here pretty much all afternoon. It was wonderful. I was thinking this is gonna be perfect for a stream. And then of course, just as we start streaming, the sun comes out. Hooray! Okay, what are we going to do to get us the last bit of 800-ish? Let's see about the small solution first. Would this be enough? 4,000. I think that's enough. 4,100. So, let's give those nose cones a try. Now these are going to fall off pretty close by. Here's a consideration I've always had. I love to put parachutes on there with the idea of, hey, we can capture those again and it'll be sustainable. That doesn't work. The physics of it clips out. So even though you may have put the those things on there, it doesn't work. They just get destroyed in the physics. One thing you can do though, which I do like, is use separatrons. See, these will fall away in the atmosphere. This one will fall away in the atmosphere as well, but if all things are working as intended, this will get us to space. So we put these on here for when this one decouples. So that if we are in orbit, which we hopefully are at this point, we're not going to be in orbit, but these are going to decelerate as soon as we decouple this thing and basically make sure this crashes. Okay, I've said this word so often, I did it yesterday as well. We're going to call this the basic Lee. There we go, that's what the name's going to be. I'm a little bit concerned about that 4,000. Let's see what we can make of it though. Jebediah. To do this, we don't need as much. You know what? We're gonna send Bob out there. Bob Kerman. Okay, I think let's check our staging. This is why I moved the camera, by the way, to the left compared to yesterday, because I realized you couldn't even see the staging. Fire these, then we separate and fire this one, then we separate and fire that one. We open this one up somewhere in the middle of firing this one, and when we're done, we separate that one outwards, which starts that engine and escapes that engine. And then once we're done, we decouple this and open the chutes. I wonder if this is gonna work. Let's see. The UFP-2 Basic Lee. Oh. Okay, seismic scan, let's do that. The ground trembles with the ghost of failed launches past. The orbital thing's gone. I like little Bob Kerman over there in his different suit. The magnetometer we're not going to do because it's going to break through the fairing. So, we have no pilots, so we cannot SAS. That is why I needed a connection, of course. That's silly. Okay. We'll just do this without. 3, 2, 1, engage. I did not check the thruster weight of this rocket. Oh god, it is wobbling already. It is wobbling already. SAS. Okay, good. We're getting this baby under control. What am I doing? I should have added an antenna, because then you get remote control from Kerbin as long as there's a pilot in the Kerbin Space Center. Normally my ascent is much gentler than this, but yesterday we got the advice, I forget who gave that advice, to just go full blast. Because you want to get out of the atmosphere as quickly as you can. And who cares about the aerodynamics after? This gravity turn is not doing well. I am very concerned that if I do this gravity turn too swiftly, that we are going to flip over. Because without SAS, I am seriously struggling with this thing. Okay, as predicted, this thing... Bro, whoa, 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 whoa. Burns off in the atmosphere. Now that baby... This baby gets us to 70k. Oh, I want to turn this off for a little bit. Good thing, Joe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax, 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 relax. Come on, slow down, slow down. Slow down. Okay, we've got this thing under control. It's gonna be a bit of a dark one here. Also, the alerts to my phone are still on. I don't know how loud that was. Oh, that is Tracy, who's at work right now, and she was just saying she's on lunch, and it's such a slow day. You know those days when you're at work and you think like, oh God, I can't believe work is almost over. Then you look at the clock, it's like, it's lunch? Ah, screw this. Gently, I have not included any RCS. So we're doing this by the magical reaction wheel. Do you remember yesterday when we were talking about possibly deactivating reaction wheels? Because I was looking at the challenge of it. Hello. Bam, let's deploy. Do radiation scan. Pressure scan. Instrument read 0. As if we were in a vacuum. Whoa, 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 whoa. As if we were in a vacuum. Okay, hold up. I need to do these scans. Seriously, you want to know the temperature? Now we're in space! Okay. Scans indicate a large magnetic field. Intensity decreased with increasing altitude. Which is right, that is the stuff that keeps us safe from radiation. Okay, let's see if we're... Okay, this one... Our Sepratron experiment kind of failed. Oh god. It failed because the magnetometer was deployed, is my guess. Magnetometer was deployed, clipped with the rocket, and caused quite the issue. Oh god. That was terrifying to suddenly see that explosion. You know what I want to do? So, you see right now, the SAS, over there, we can't turn it on. The basic Lee has no operational SAS modules and no pilots. So that's why we are so out of control. I'm gonna see if I can extend the antenna. See if we can create a connection. You have a connection. No, I still cannot activate SAS. Darn it. Periapsis is very low. Oh crap, we're already sinking. Okay, there we go. Circularized, we're in orbit. I thought that we were, our apoapsis was still ahead of us. What is this? Servo controller? I don't have infernal robotics. Okay. So experiments right now. I want to see the experiments on this vessel. We can do temperature scans. Let's filter to space. The only thing we can still do is space high over Kerbin. So we have 600 delta V left. Way more than I thought we have. Remember when I said that I wasn't sure whether 4K was going to cut it? 4K cut it. So what we're going to do now is go to space high over Kerbin. That's above 250,000 kilometers. So keep your eye here on the apoapsis. Well, we have more than enough delta V. We might even have enough delta V for a Mun flyby. But we're not going to do that right away. Okay, there we go. $247, $255. Now the reason I'm not doing a Mun flyby, you may wonder, why not just go there if you have the fuel? Remember again, the supplies. We have 5 days of food, 5 days of water, and about 5 days. Remember, Kerbal days, 6 hours of supplies, and we have no battery. We just have our, there we go, solar panel. Plus, we don't have a pilot here. So this is going to be quite the calm ride. By the way, you notice that the rotation stopped when I accelerated. That's just a mechanics thing. It automatically does that, so there's no escaping it. So when thinking about, should I try to deactivate reaction wheels or not, I had two basic considerations. One was, when you warp, it stops rotation anyway. And we're gonna warp a lot, so that's already physics defying. And the other argument I heard was, because I was looking at this in bulletin boards and forums. Bulletin boards, how old am I? In forums to see, what are the options, how can you do this? And somebody had the argument, yeah, it's unrealistic. Reaction wheels like that are super powerful in Kerbal, and they don't exist in real life. But in real life, you also don't fly a rocket by hand, and you have an entire mission control planning things out in advance. And in this case, you're basically improvising it, so why not take that bit of comfort and ease? Hey, sweetie. Nice to see you. I just got your message that you're on lunch right now. We are almost in space. And before Jexus makes that joke, I was talking to Tracy, Jexus. We should be in space. Boom, high space. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot or cold, except for the spacecraft and the thermometer. Magnetometer scan. Magnetic field spans several planetary radii, protecting its atmosphere from solar wind and cosmic radiation. Radii is not the correct plural. Instrument reads 0. It's as though we were in a vacuum. Dude, you're really high as a kite, rocket man. Maybe higher. Radiation scan. This place is dangerous. Ah, look, Jexus. It's okay. It's okay. I like you too. Just not that way. Okay, let's point retrograde and burn. And again, keep your eye at the top left over there, the periapsis. I'm gonna bring that down to below about 30 for a good, there goes, solid aero brake. We are below 30, and here's how confident I am about everything. Here's how silly I am. I put this thing on here, right? The submersible oceanography. I was gonna jettison this whole stage, so that was not gonna test anything. But yeah, we have all our data automatically stored in the pod. We have no more signs to get right now. Let's go full ballistic. 30 meters periapsis, 30 kilometers, I mean. Let's double check. Am I okay? Am I risking Bob's life? Nope. Within 30k. Jettison. So this was all in a single stage, remember? All these parachutes. They are now armed. They're not deployed, they're armed. And that's the difference, Jexus. When they're armed, they will open when their conditions are met. When they're deployed, yes, they burn out. Let's retract that little antenna. There we go. What mission are we on? We are right now just on UFP2, which I've called Basic Lee. Just to get a bit of science. Better only be calling me sweetie. Of course, baby, of course. Welcome back, Joe. Okay, we're not going to be staring at this pod for a long while, so I can't EVA just yet, because I need an upgrade to the astronaut complex, so there's no signs we can do with that. Keep an eye on this gauge here, the G loss of consciousness meter. It shouldn't spike at all. Okay, we are going to be hitting the atmosphere soon. So I want to make sure that we're pointed retrograde, that our butt here is pointed in the atmosphere. Because I need that to start catching all the flames that'll be coming our way. There we go. That switch just now, the music going off. Whoa, whoa. The thing freaking out. That is us hitting atmosphere. You're going to notice that it's going to keep on rotating. But actually, it is aerodynamically stable at the bottom. So when we start hitting some atmosphere at around 50k, it is going to orientate itself for a safe landing. I hope. I sincerely hope. So yeah, again, sorry about this nonsense here. What am I doing? This direction. That's the sun. That's... Oh. Look at this. You see that indicator there? That is the heat indicator of something overheating. So we are starting to get the thermal effects. Whoa. Now, there we go. Letting go. Because that switch, the camera turn you just got, that was... There we go. See how it's now aerodynamically stable? It is hitting its butt into the flames. That camera switch was a capture. That's the switch when the game goes, oh, you need surface camera mode, not orbital camera mode. As you can see, that solar panel is getting some pretty strong heat effects. The pod itself is getting heat effects as well. And basically if that gets too high, everything burns up. So the solar panel is close to burning up and will probably be destroyed. The pod should be able to take some more. I hope. God, oh God, Bob, don't die. You're my only scientist. Toasty buns. Oh yes, that is one hot butt. So apparently, what are these? What did I... Oh, the antenna is also experiencing pretty strong heat effects. So as you can see, that solar panel is near to burning. Oh, we don't have a Kerbal engineer to show you that heat damage. By the way, how is my voice in relation to the sound effect right now? Because this is about as loud as this game gets, with the exception of some real high-end rockets. Such a sexy voice. Jexus, do you want to get smacked around by Tracy? Thank you, though. Cheers. Just for that, I am going to call our moon missions the Junior Exploration of Space Mission, aka Jexus. Oh, did you see the auto deploy there? Oh, please. Fighting over little old me? God, what show is that again? Is that, Netflix original? Jones? Something Jones? You know the one where you have the mind-controlling bad guy. Played by Tennant, I think. Yeah, that was Tennant. Okay, let's fast forward this baby. I realized I could have done that all the time. So we're going at about 130 meters per second. That is really swift. If you think about, let's see, on a highway you would do 35 meters per second. Round about there, I think. If I dirty. Jessica Jones! Yes, Joe, that's the one. Jessica Jones. Okay, 20, so this is a slow person on the highway, and now 6 meters per second. Let's see, times 6 is 360 meters per minute, times 360 meters per minute is 3.6 kilometers a minute. Times 6 is 18 kilometers a minute. That's somebody on a bicycle doing, you know, somebody riding swiftly on a bicycle. Okay, let's go. Whoop, landing. And watch that science achievement. Actually, we're not going to get a contract. I'm suddenly realizing we already went to space. But, there we go, 94 signs. We got 60 signs from that single beautiful space flight. Still not that good on funds, but Bob Kerman got a level. Oh, I have to admit that Tennant playing a bad guy does it for you. He did it really well, I have to say. Let's see, a bunch of those missions. No, still the same missions we have. Okay. Let's science away. We need to decide. We can buy 2 of these or 1 of these. Now, landing gear would be really good for going to the Mun. We already have a type of RCS port. This one is nice. It's pretty nice, but we don't need it. Command module. The lander can would be pretty reasonable for landing, because here's the thing. I'd like to land with an engineer and a scientist, but I'd like to be traveling with an engineer, a scientist, and a pilot. So that's going to be tricky. Now these I kind of want, all these bits of science, because these are lander science. That would be real good to have. But also we get our relay antenna, which is, I believe, the first time we actually get that. So we have normal high gain antenna. But I don't think, see, it's combinable, but you can't put it in relay mode. I think this one you can put in relay mode. Take your pants off for 10-day Viasitude, not gonna lie. Wow. Wow. Really, fellas?